Right, here we are out again. I've just parked up down this little, well, there's currently a lay-by beside the A1026. I'm out near Gabolsham, which is just over there. Yeah, I think this actually might have been the original route of the road, the main road through here, and I think it's just been made into a lay-by. As this the original roads, or the new road's been moved over a little bit. So you can probably hear the traffic going down there. It's quite busy. So today, well, actually, hopefully going to end up just over there in that big clump of brambles. I'm not sure what the access is going to be like, but there is a Royal Observer Corps underground, not really a bunker, sort of an observation point really over there. So hopefully going to have a look at that. I don't know whether we've got to get access or not, because as I say, it's quite overgrown. I have driven past, and yeah. Right, but to start off with, we're going to have a little walk down this restricted byway, which heads back towards sort of the top end of Gabolsham. Yeah, and this actually does appear on older maps, and it does have a name, as does the other restricted byway, which sort of heads back across. We're going to go down there as well. Yeah, so this is actually, although it's not named on new maps, this is actually called Broadway Lane. Yeah, so it's kind of lost its name really, which is a little bit unfortunate for the poor little road. Yeah, so at one point this was probably a busy route. Yeah, but it is just a green lane. There's no surfacing at all, so it's probably pretty much as it was. Yeah, and I think it's on Faden's map as well, as is the other one over there. It definitely is on Faden's map. Yeah, it's very nice day, sunny, but ooh, there is certainly a nip in the air, and the wind whipping across this field is really rather chilly. Rubbish even out here, look. Plastic gets everywhere. Just need to find a bin for that somewhere. This lane is actually, well, restricted byway, is actually dropping down quite a lot. It's been downhill all the way so far. It obviously does get some use, because there's a little bit of wear along here. Farm vehicles, because it is a restricted byway, so you shouldn't really drive down here. So it's only going to be used by farm vehicles. Yeah, nice view over there towards Gabolsham. You see the church tower. Yeah, and I have done other videos in Gabolsham. Actually, starting point was that church there, and went to look at the other church, which is in Gabolsham, which is, well, it's just a ruin, or half a tower. That's about all that's left of it. Yeah, we're now heading back uphill. So that's obviously quite a Yeah, the low point there. Yeah, so this should head up to a little, what meets another tarmac lane, which actually runs round, right the way round. It's a bend just over there, and then it runs down to where that, which you can just see on the, actually on the horizon over there, right over there. That's where the ROC point is. And yeah, if we can get in, which I very much doubt, I will. But if not, I do have some, I found some photos online. There's a good site, I'm trying to think what it's called. It's something like, I'll put it on screen what it's actually it's actually called. It's something like Britannia Subterranean, or Subterranean Britannia, something like that. Yeah, like I say, we'll put a proper link. And yes, marked on there are all the Royal Observer Corps places, also bunkers and yeah, all sorts of stuff. Quite an interesting site. And there are some photos on there of the of that actual ROC point at Garbolcham. Yeah, so that might be quite interesting. I did actually contact them and ask them if I could use some of the information they have, and also some photos. So at least if we can't get down there, I can put some photos on screen. Quite so I ain't been out for a walk for a while. I really ought to walk slower, so I'm getting out of breath. Right, when they're coming up to the little, where this house is, the little junction, where it meets the lane, and also double backs. Hopefully we can still get down it along another track. Yeah, so this tarmac lane is actually unnamed even now, and it wasn't named on the 19th century OS map I was looking at. But these other little restricted byways are. It seems a little strange. Alright, so I think we just get on down here, turn the lane, and then double back. Rucksack is falling off. Some tractor. Well, this bit is tarmacked anyway. Right, so there's a sign at the other end. There's a sign this end, but there doesn't seem to be a sign going this way. Well, I'm sure that is the, yeah, there's a sign there. This is the junction with the little tarmac lane. Now, where we just come from. This bit is supposed to be a restricted byway. There's no sign. The later's come undone. Well, that certainly is restricted here. Someone's put a dirty great skip in the way. Right, I'm just going to have to stop and do my lace up. Right, there's another little footpath which goes down there, which there's a road runs down there. That has got a sign. This one hasn't. Yeah, not what I could see anyway, but it is marked on the map. Right, let's just do my lace. Let's turn this camera off a minute. Right, I think we're recording. This gets even more use. Fortunately heading into the sun now, so the old screen might start playing up. Some little building in there, little hut. Little brick shed. Snowdrops are out. Yes, it's well banked up on that side. Tennis court. I think that is the old vicarage, which marked on the 19th century OS maps that I was looking at as the vicarage. And on Faden's map it's called the parsonage. And yeah, on the 19th century OS maps, this lane, this restricted byway, is called Parsonage Lane. I don't know what the difference is between a parsonage and a vicarage. I might have to do a little Google on that, I think. Right, I bet this sun is playing havoc with the screen. Yeah, so what we'll do, this carries on back down to the A1066, this restricted byway. What we'll do is actually cross over there, and there's another restricted byway which carries on towards Smallborough. So walk down to there, head down to that village, then head back along another lane which will bring us out practically where I started. So we're sort of doing a bit of a loop. I think it was about 3 miles. Altogether. Then once you've done that bit, go up and have a look at the ROC point. Yeah, when you look at the old maps, there certainly were a lot more footpaths, bridleways, things like that around. And I'm going to guess mainly because most people had to get everywhere by foot, so you'd want to take the shortest route possible. So if you lived in those houses back there on that junction, when we turn round and you wanted to go to Smallborough, this is probably the route you'd have taken. Yeah, I think we'll probably just start filming going up this track. Heading in the sun is probably not very good viewing. Oh, actually we have got a sign this end. Yeah, it's signed this end, just not signed the other end for some reason. Restricted byway, and that's the track we're there we want to take. So, while this road is clear, it's 40-mile-an-hour stretch here, but not everybody does it. Right, just to give you an idea where we are. No sign there. This gets a lot more use. This it's called the public path, but there's definitely lots of vehicles go up and down here. Probably should really be a byway. Unless they're trying to put people off from using it, because it would be a bit of a cut through if you knew about it. Right, so nearly at the end of this lane. So we're just coming down into Smallworth, and you can just see the tarmac lane, which we're going to follow down to the left. Which will pretty much take us back to the starting point. Yeah, so that is called Smallworth Lane. Some cottages here. Antiques and curios. Like that. I say, you never know what you're going to find when you get out walking there. Ivy pattern crockery. Huh. How about that? Who'd have thunk it? Harbour Cottage. Oh yes, Harbour Cottage. This lane is actually called, on old maps, 19th century OS maps, it is actually called Harbour Lane. Sure, we saw that house name. That reminded me. Yeah, so there's a sign there, public path. Right, so this is Smallborough. Most of the village is in that direction. Yeah, just some newish, well, probably 1960s bungalows there. Yeah, oh, it's actually marked there that someone has actually put their own little sign up. Harbour Lane. Yeah, it's an official sign. Right, well, this is supposedly a quiet lane. Let's see how quiet it is. Feels a bit flooded. A couple of ducks there. a bit strong. Yeah, because we're sort of quite close to the Waveney Valley. Well, the river. Is it the Waveney or is it the Ouse? Can't remember at this point. I think it might be the Ouse actually. Here, Waveney is further on. A hare over there. A hare over there. That isn't moving. Oh, here we go. Probably too far away on the camera. Just up in that second field. I've never even driven down this road, so I don't quite know what's down here. Someone having some work done. Leverett Cottage. Well, that's apt, isn't it? We've just seen a hare. Waveney Lodge. A couple more 60s, 70s bungalows. And a really nice thatched cottage. I really ought to get used to looking in the back of the screen. Now I've actually got it working all the while. 3 ways. Yeah, I suppose. Says it all really, doesn't it? Right. Heading up the hill. Not sure there's going to be anything very exciting along here, but if we do see anything, start the camera rolling again. But I will just switch it off for now because I did forget. I have got a spare battery with me. I did forget to charge this before we came out. So another load of snowdrops in there, and another interesting bit of woodland, which unfortunately I think is someone's garden. But, yeah. Right, so now nearing the end of this lane. That looks very much like an old Nissen hut in there. It is private, so obviously can't go in, but which is a shame. Right, I'm not sure if this is another footpath heading off in that direction. I'll have to check the map when I get back because there's no signs, but it does look very much like a byway or a footpath. It's part of the old road. I think that might have been the bit which joins up over the road. Yeah, so we'll go straight over here up this little lane, and we'll start looking for the ROC site. The old barn over there next to that cottage, and a slightly later cottage, 1900s maybe. Might be earlier. There were some buildings marked on Faden's map in that area, which is shown as a little sort of triangle bit. Right, and now we are Smallworth, half a mile. That's where we just come from. So, heading up to Garbleching Ling. Right. Just here. Have a quick look at this little field pond. So many of these have been lost over the years, been filled in or just silted up. And a few ducks on the other bank. Very clear water. Yeah. Right, this is also a quiet lane. Now somewhere at the bottom of this lane there was supposed to be an audit post, which is another Royal Observer Corps post, and it's just like a prefabricated concrete structure, and this one was supposed to be one that was on 6-foot legs, so that's obviously long gone. No sign of that at all. Right.
Hiya.
Someone's keen. Doing all that running and stuff. Yeah, so the reason they're called audit posts, it's not some kind of acronym. It's actually the company that made the structures. They had type A and type B. Type A was set on the ground, and type B was up on 6-foot legs. I suppose to give it a little bit of extra visibility, a little bit extra range. Yeah, so they're made of prefabricated concrete. I guess they would have been sectional, just bolted together on site. Yeah, so they would have had a little enclosed like storage mapping area, I suppose, then an open outside area. You can get up there with your binoculars and look out for enemy aircraft. Now this big jumble of brambles here, this is where the ROC position is, and yeah, it does look like we're not going to get access to it. So, rubbish down there, like people dump tyres, tins. Oh, there's some tins of beer there that haven't even been opened. In fact, that looks like the same wrapper that was same blue. Oh no, it's just a bag. So someone's actually got the trouble of bagging up some empty beer tins and throwing them in a ditch. With the sense of some people, can you believe it? Right, well this here, I think this is actually, this metal here, I think that is actually off the audit point, which should have been back down there according to records. Whether it's just been dragged down here and dumped. Right, I don't think we're going to get access. Something told me. This here is the, see the concrete there, This is the hatch. Like I say, I have got photos, so I'm not sure if that's the hatch or just a... It must be a block of concrete, actually. Hope the stitch isn't too soft. Another great big block of concrete. Oh, they just... yeah, it's just completely covered up, isn't it? That's such a shame. That is a little piece of history I would like to have got inside it. Let's have a little walk around, see if we can see anything else. It's just completely overgrown. Yeah, so that would have been a... I think they were fabricated on site, so they basically dug a great big hole. Yeah, a foot thick floor, concrete floor, 7-inch thick walls. I think it was an 8-inch thick roof. There'd have been a louvered ventilation point, an access hatch. Oh, here's a... I don't think that's anything to do with it. That was probably on the surrounding. Yeah, there's posts all the way around it, concrete posts. Yeah, ventilation. Another ventilation like tube, I think. Yeah, I think you could actually shut the... Oh, hang on. Somebody must have been here recently, because there's a path through to the access hatch. I think that's the ventilation. You can just see the top green bit there. I think that's the ventilation shaft. Looks like it's a water pipe there. Green paint. Oh, there's the ventilation thing there, just through the... So you can just see some louvers. So, will it open? Oh, that is heavy. I will have to just put the camera down for a minute. See down there, that looks pretty flooded. Right, this little hatch here, this little sliding, which is quite stiff, that's you could shut that off in case of nuclear blast. So you shut that off and then open it up again for ventilation. Right, inside of the lid. I'll dig my torch out. See if we can get a better view. Right, our battery is getting a bit low. It's now an amber, but I'll have a little look. It doesn't smell particularly pleasant down here. Do have to be a little bit careful going into underground structures, because you never know if there's gas or foul air, so I'm not going to go too far down. So get the torch on. Is this dry as well? Yeah. Oh, still an old seat I'm standing on. I don't know, there's a bit of the old sound. A lot of rubbish down here. Storage cupboard. Or would that have been the toilet, possibly? Broken door. You can see the tanking on the walls there. Probably need a better torch actually. Yeah, that's in a worse state than the photos. I want to change the what's it called? The light thing. I would have done that before I come down. Yeah, not that there's a lot to see. Yeah, it's mostly been vandalised and wrecked. And there's the top of the other pipe that goes up the other shaft. Ventilation point. Yeah, so it's pretty poor condition. Door's been ripped off there. Right. Not much to see. If I take my camera, no, torch off, you can't see nothing. Yeah, I want a better torch, that's what I need. But anyway, I'll put those photos on because they're actually really quite good photos. And they were taken a little while ago, but they are good. Right, okay, torch off. Yeah, so that's up the ladder. Well, there we are, lid back down. Even the old pole is still there. It's got some wires on it, which seems a bit odd that they haven't been taken down. That's tested. Right, yeah, so that is I think in the old photo, one of the old photos, it's pointing in that direction. You can see the white end gable there. Yeah. But, yeah. So yeah, what I was saying, I think I lost my train of thought when I was down there. What I was saying about a bit of work for it. Yeah, what I was saying about underground places, you have got to be a little bit careful. There could be gas down there, which I don't, as far as I know, there's no gas mains around here, so that wouldn't be a problem. But you can get foul air. Yeah, when I used to work in underground structures, we would obviously always test for that before we went down. Yeah, you wouldn't know that was there if you were just driving past here, down this lane, or even from the main road just over there. You would not know what's under there. So that is actually listed on the Norfolk Heritage website as well. The location's pretty spot on. You can see it on, if you look on Google Maps on satellite, you can make out a square mass of brambles. Makes me wonder, seeing those two concrete posts there, whether this was actually the site of the Orlet, especially with that guardrail there, because that is not part of that. So I wonder if Norfolk Heritage have got their location a little bit out, because that would have been down, they've got it marked as down there. I think this is actually a master one as well. This was a master, listed as a master site. Yeah, so there'd have been 4-man team, Royal Observer Corps, so I guess 2 on 2 off as required. I think that one was built 1960. And like I say, they were used right the way through the Cold War. Right, van is over there, parked in the little lay-by, so I'm now going to head back. So, as always, please like, please comment, please subscribe. I gained 1 subscriber this week, so yeah, it's pretty slow going at the moment, trying to get subscribers. And obviously, the more subscribers you got, more views you get. Yeah, and this would make a nice little walk anyway, if you weren't even going to have a look at the ROC sign. Like I say, I don't recommend going down there. It doesn't smell very pleasant. A little bit flooded, and like I say, you never know the air is like. Although shouldn't really be any problem. The ventilation shaft is still open. I don't know whether they would have had pumped air, or would just rely on the fact that you've got louvers there, sort of, and two ventilation points, so you get a flow. Right, just walk back along this busy old road. Have a last look at the pond. Well, if you made it this far, thanks for watching, and if you have made it this far, code word will be I think ROC. We'll put that, yeah, ROC will be the code word. So if you put that in the comments, I'll know you've actually watched right to the end. Right, well, that will do me, I think. Nice look across the field, and goodbye.